Thanks for bearing with us. Nice to see you. Let's go ahead and get started. That's fine. So we're just going to start by lying back on our backs. We're going to do some breathing together here. So go ahead and get comfy. Bring one hand to your heart and one hand to your belly. We're just going to start to do the box breathing, 4 equal parts breath. So empty all the air. Just wait, I'll give you the go ahead once I get them started, okay? So I'll mute it. And we'll inhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. And we'll hold it for 4, 3, 2, 1. Then we'll exhale for 4. And hold the breath suspended out for 4. If you want to change it to 5 or 6, feel free. Just try to make it 4 equal parts. If you find it helpful to count it in your head, continue doing that. See if you can keep this deep connection with your breath. Maybe still doing that box breath for a little while longer while we're on the floor. Hug your knees into your chest and move however it feels good. Maybe rocking side to side across your spine. Maybe circling the knees. And let your right leg go long on the mat. Interlace your fingers around your left knee and hug it in tight. So keep kicking out through the right heel, lengthening from your heel to your crown. Bring your right arm out to the side like a cactus. Use your left hand to guide the left knee open to the left. Keep looking straight up and lengthening from your heel to your crown. Now find a half happy baby, turning the sole of that left foot up towards the sky, grabbing the outside edge of that foot. Keep kicking through the right heel and lengthening from heel to crown. Find your breath. Find that 4 equal parts breath. Now bring that knee through center and hand it off to the right hand and find a spinal twist. Reaching your left arm straight out to the left, perpendicular to the body, gaze out over the left hand. Relax your shoulders. Relax your face. Slowly come back to center. Hug your knees into your chest. Let your left leg go long. Hug that right knee in tight. Lengthen from heel to crown. Left arm comes out like a cactus. Right hand guides that right knee open. Keep looking straight up, lengthening from your heel to your crown. Now find that half happy baby, grabbing the outside edge of the foot, pulling the foot down towards the knee, towards the ground. Bring that knee through center, hand it off for that spinal twist, other side. Breathing all the way into the low back and the belly, finding that 4 equal parts breath. Hug your knees into your chest, hug your forehead in to touch your knees, and squeeze everything into a tight little ball. And now start to rock the whole length of your spine a couple times. Maybe bring the toes to touch the ground behind the head and rock all the way up to a seat a couple times. And when you're ready, find that seat at the top of the mat with your legs crossed. Find a nice tall spine. Inhale, arms up overhead. Squeeze your palms together. Lift your fingers high. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart. Now let your head bow to your heart and close your eyes and see if you can drop down into that heart space. See if you can stay there in that heart space and out of the head for the rest of class. If you notice yourself starting to have thoughts, just drop back into that heart space, maybe counting the seconds of your breath to bring you back into the body. Inhale, arms up overhead. Interlace, grab opposite elbows now. Exhale, round it out, round into a little ball. Inhale, shine the heart forward, lift the elbows up. Exhale, round it out, tucking the chin, tucking the tailbone, pulling the belly in. Find a little pause between each breath. Inhale, come up. Find a little arch in your back as you lift the heart, but soften the shoulders. Exhale, round it out. One more time, make it the deepest, slowest breath. Hold on to it. And exhale, round it out. This time, stay down here. Release your arms, walk them forward a little bit. And see if you can melt down, maybe letting the elbows come to touch the ground or the forearms come down to the ground. And slowly round it up. Now we'll roll onto the hands and the knees, getting a nice tabletop setup with your fingers spread nice and wide, stacking everything in place. Start to do a few cat-cow movements as you drop the belly and shine the heart forward. Use the hands to pull the heart forward a little more. Exhale, round it out, press into the hands, tuck the chin to the chest. See how long you can make each breath last. See if you can stay in that heart space and find that little pause between each breath. One more inhale and exhale. Slowly come back to that neutral spine. Now reach back through the right heel, keeping the right toes on the ground, and find a calf stretch here as you lengthen the whole right side of the body. Pressing down into the hands evenly, keeping the arms straight, shine the heart forward. Keep the back of the neck long, pull the belly in, and press back through that heel. Find your breath, find that little pause. Now slowly lift the right foot up, keep it flexed, reach the left hand forward and lengthen from heel to crown. Lengthen the back of the neck. Find your breath, find a little more length. Exhale, bring your knee to your nose and round it out. Inhale, lengthen out, point the toe, lift everything a little higher. Exhale, round it out. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, round it out. Inhale, lengthen. Now lower the left hand and lift up to plank pose and find length from your heels to your crown. Press into the hands to shine the heart forward and roll the shoulders back. Feel the strength in your arms as you find that external rotation of the upper arms. Feel the core engaged. Slowly lower the knees and then the chest and then the chin. Untuck the toes, press into the feet, lift the heart up. Roll the shoulders back. Exhale, slowly lower down. Do that 3 more times with your own breath. Press into the feet, pull the heart forward and lift up. Fill all the way up and then find that little pause. And then exhale as you slowly lower back down 2 more times. Now slowly press back to child's pose. And then come back up to your hands and your knees. Reach back through the left heel, keeping the toes down. Find that calf stretch, lengthening the back side of the body. Lift that left foot, keep it flexed. Reach the right hand forward, lengthen out. Exhale, knee to nose, round it out. Inhale, lengthen and lift, point the toe. Exhale, round. 2 more times. This time, inhale, lengthen. Now lower the right hand, lift up to plank. Lift those quads up off the knees, draw the belly in and up. Lower the knees, and then the chest, and then the chin, untuck the toes. Now interlace the fingers back behind the sit bones. Maybe you can glue the palms together and drag the hands back a little more to draw the shoulders back more. Press into the feet and lift the heart up. Keep drawing the hands back to draw the shoulders back. Soften through the neck and the face. And slowly lower down, hands under shoulders, curl the toes under. Lift the knees and quads off the mat. Slowly press up to plank. And then lift up, downward facing dog. If that feels too hard, press back through child's pose first. And then lift up, downward facing dog. Spread your fingers wide, shake your head a little bit. Find your breath. Inhale, lift your right foot up high. Exhale, draw your knee to your nose, step it through, lower down. Inhale, rise up. Keep your knee over your ankle. Keep drawing the right hip back in towards the socket. Maybe finding a little backward bend here. If this feels like too much, you can bring your hands to the knee or to the ground. Bring your hands to your heart and turn and twist to the right. Just a gentle twist. Okay, keep pressing the right knee forward. Now turn the heart towards the thumbs a little bit, maybe placing them on the center of the chest. Find a little more length through the spine and the back of the neck. A little more softness through the face and the shoulders. Curl the left toes under, lift the left knee up off the ground. Now lengthen from your right knee to your left heel and slowly step the left foot forward to meet the right. Sink into the heels, reach the arms forward and up and sink into that chair pose. Get your chin parallel to the ground, or maybe you're looking up. Stand up, find a little backward bend, press down into the feet, lift up through the heart. Exhale, hands to heart, and hands down by your sides. Okay, spread your feet as wide as the hips. And we're just gonna bounce a little bit, okay? Just don't worry about how it looks, just get things moving a little bit. Maybe you start by shaking the hands and bending the knees. And just kind of bounce it out, get some chi moving here, okay? Stay with your breath. See if you can sink into that heart space. This is a good one for just kind of getting out of your head or lightening up a little bit. You can't take yourself too seriously when you're bouncing, I've realized. Okay, bounce just a little bit more. Now let's just shake the hands out really hard and fast, really get that chi moving here. See if you can stay with the breath and remember to pause between each breath. Shake a little harder, a little faster. And slowly bring your hands to your heart, step your feet together. Feel that chi in the hands. Lower the hands down by your sides. Inhale, reach out, lengthen up. Exhale, swan dive, lengthen forward. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, step the right foot back, lower the right knee down. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, chaturanga, or skip it and come right back to down dog. You can always lower knees, chest, chin, and come back through child's pose. We'll meet in down dog. Press down into the hands. Inhale through the nose, come up high on the tippy toes. Open mouth, exhale, sink into your heels. Inhale, lift the left leg up. Exhale, draw the knee to the nose, step it through, lower down. Inhale, rise up, knee over ankle. Maybe finding a little backward bend, maybe starting to look up. Bring your hands to your heart, keep pressing the left knee forward, turn and twist to the left. Find that gentle twist as you draw the heart towards the thumbs. Lengthen through the spine, the back of the neck, soften through the face and the shoulders. Toes under, lift the right knee up. Lengthen from left knee to right heel. Slowly step the right foot forward to meet the left. Sink into the heels, reach the arms forward and up. Sink into that chair pose. Maybe hands come together. Maybe you gaze up at the thumbs. Stand up, find a little backward bend. Exhale, hands to heart. And hands down by your sides. Inhale, reach out, lengthen up. Exhale, swan dive, lengthen forward. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, left foot steps back, left knee lowers down. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, chaturanga. Meeting back in downward facing dog. Inhale through the nose, high on the tippy toes. Open mouth, exhale, sink into the heels. And slowly walk your hands back to meet your feet. Inhale, lift up halfway. Find that nice long spine. Exhale, fold. Shake the head a little bit. Now shoot the right foot up high like standing splits. Let your head stay heavy. Let your hips be square. Now slowly come to standing. Pressing down into the left foot, bring your right knee with you. Hug it in and up nice and tall. And then find a tree pose, pressing the right foot into the left thigh. Or if you need to, you can keep those right toes on the ground like a little kickstand for balance. See if you can bring your hands to your heart and press the hips forward. Let that knee fall back. If you want to challenge your balance, you can reach up or look up or sway in the wind a little bit. Keep rooting down into that left foot to lengthen up through the crown. Soften through the face and shoulders. Drop into that heart space. Find that little pause between each breath. And now lift that right knee up again and cross the right knee over the left. See if you can get your toes to wrap around your calf. And then drop your right arm under your left. See if you can get your palms to touch. Draw the elbows out and up. Soften the shoulders down the back. Now sink in. Sliding the toes down the back of the calf by softening that left ankle and left knee. Hold the belly in. Draw the upper body back. Slowly come back up. Lift that right knee up again. Reach the arms up. Cartwheel hands to mat. Shoot the right foot high like standing splits. And then set the right foot down to meet the left. Inhale, shoot the left foot up. Let your head be heavy. Level the hips out. Slowly come to standing. Bring the left knee with you. Hug it in and up. And then find that tree pose. Pressing the foot into the thigh. Not on the knee. Maybe hands come to the heart. Or maybe you reach out, growing branches and swaying in the wind a little bit. If you really want to challenge your balance, you can close your eyes. Hug that knee up, cross it over. Maybe toes wrap on this side. Left arm under right. Maybe palms touch on this side. Try to draw everything into that center line and sink in a little bit. Pull the belly in, draw your upper body back. Elbows out and up, shoulders soften down the back. Slowly come back up, lift the knee, reach up out of the waist, cartwheel hands down, shoot the leg up, standing splits, and then set it right back down. Spread your feet as wide as your hips. Inhale, lift up halfway, and exhale, fold. Wrap your peace sign fingers around your big toes to pull your head down towards the feet. Pull the shoulders up out of the ears and try to fold your body in half. Get the belly in and up out of the way. Start to tip a little weight into the balls of the feet as you lift those sit bones up and back. And release, slowly walk your hands forward into plank pose. Find that nice long line of energy here. Walk or slide the feet back, come to forearm plank, stacking shoulders over elbows, hands directly out in front of elbows. Get that nice long line of energy, lifting through the quads, lengthening through the back of the neck. Fire up your core. Now slowly walk your feet in, let your booty go up like dolphin pose. Head stays heavy, shoulders stay soft, rooting down into the hands and forearms. Pressing the forearms down and forward like you're trying to stretch the mat. Sink into the heels a little bit. Lower the knees down, find a child's pose. You can have your knees together or apart, big toes are touching. Come back to that box breath, that 4 equal parts breath. Lift the wrists up off the ground, coming up on tented fingertips, opening the shoulders. Now slowly roll up onto the knees. Hips stacked over knees. We're going to do a little camel pose. Bring your hands to your low back. Press the hips forward, lift the heart. Maybe the head drops back If that's too much on the neck, keep the chin drawing in towards the chest. Now slowly come up, lower the hands down, curl the toes under, shoot those sit bones up and back, downward facing dog, shake the head a little bit, inhale through the nose, high on the tippy toes. Open mouth, exhale, sink into your heels. Inhale, lift the right foot up high. Exhale, draw the knee to the nose and step it through. Keep your left hand down, roll the right arm up. Find length from your right knee to your left heel as you roll the right shoulder up and gaze up at the right hand. Find length through your spine and the back of your neck, softness through your face and your shoulders. Roll to the outside edge of the left foot, sweep the right foot back, side plank. You can keep it stacked or you can lift that right foot up. Lift your hips a little higher off the ground. Step the right foot behind you, flip it over, wild thing, lifting the hips, lifting the heart, reaching through the fingers, relax your head and your neck. Find your breath. Slowly come back to plank. Walk or slide the feet back, forearm plank. Find length, find your strength here. Now turn and twist and kiss the mat with the right hip. Inhale back through center. Exhale, left hip kisses mat. Finding length every time you come through center. Keep rooting down into the hands and the wrists. Now slowly walk the feet in, let the booty go up, dolphin pose. Head is heavy, breath is deep, shoulders soft. Root down into the forearms and press them forward a little bit. Lower the knees down, child's pose. Maybe lifting those wrists again, coming up on tented fingers. Finding that 4 equal parts breath. Slowly roll up onto the knees for camel pose. Bring your hands to your low back, press the hips forward, lift the heart. Maybe the head drops back. Inhale, slowly come up, lower the hands, curl the toes, lift it up, downward facing dog. Inhale through the nose, high on the toes. Open mouth, exhale, sink into your heels. Inhale, left foot reaches up. Exhale, knee to nose, step it through. Right hand stays down, left hand reaches up. Find more length from your left knee to your right heel. Gaze up at the left hand. Roll that left shoulder back. Ooh, the moon looks really cool. Roll to the outside edge of the right foot, half plank, other side, side plank, other side. Lift the hips, find your breath. Step the left foot behind, flip it over, wild thing. Slowly come back to plank and lower through chaturanga, meeting back in downward facing dog. Inhale through the nose, come up high on the toes. Open mouth, exhale, sink into your heels. Inhale, right foot reaches up high. Exhale, knee to nose, step it through, crescent lunge. Arms reach up out of the waist. Now press the right knee forward. Maybe get the right thigh parallel to the ground, drawing the right hip back. Maybe your hands come together and you gaze up at the thumbs. Find your breath. Draw your belly in and up. Lift your heart up. Now draw the elbows towards each other behind you and open the heart. And then slowly lower the left knee all the way down to the ground. Lower your hands to frame the foot and see if you can slide the right foot out a little further and come back to half splits or work towards full splits, kicking that right heel out even more. Keep drawing the right hip back into the socket. Pull the belly in, maybe starting to bend at the elbows. Now slide the right foot back until it's under the knee. Curl the left toes under, lift the left knee up. Now inhale, try to straighten the legs as you shift the hips back. Exhale here. Inhale, bend the right knee, shine the heart forward, roll the shoulders back. Exhale, lift the hips, straighten the legs, maybe tuck the chin, touching the forehead to the leg. Inhale, bend the knee a lot, shine the heart forward more. Exhale, lift it up. One more time. Now step the left foot in a couple feet like pyramid pose. And try to get your upper body to touch your leg. Tuck your chin to your chest, maybe forehead touches leg, press down into the feet. Try to get the hips the same height by lifting the right hip up and back and lowering the left hip down. Step your left foot forward to meet your right. Bend your knees, sweep your arms back. Chair pose. Look forward or up, sink in a little more. Bring your hands to your heart. Turn and twist to the right. Hook your elbow outside your knee for leverage and twist your spine open. Maybe placing the thumbs on the center of the chest. See if your knees are in line. If your left knee is popping out in front, draw your left hip back. Find your breath. Now open the arms up. Right hand reaches up, left hand reaches down. Keep opening the heart as you roll that right shoulder back. Now slowly slide your fingers under your right foot. Come to standing, kick out through the right heel. Keep your right hand reaching back. Maybe your gaze can follow. Press down into the left foot and kick out through the right foot. Lift up through the heart, lengthen through the crown. Find your breath. Keep your knee lifted, bring your hands to your heart, hinge forward, shoot that leg back long so everything's parallel to the ground. Flex that foot, point it down and slightly in. Step back to Crescent Lunge. Lift through the heart, sink into that left knee, draw the elbows back behind you, open the heart, and exhale, Chaturanga, meeting back in downward facing dog. Inhale, left foot reaches up high. Exhale, knee to nose, step it through, Crescent Lunge. Arms reach up out of the way, sink in deep. Find your breath, draw that left hip back. Keep the heart lifted, draw the elbows together, open the heart. Slowly lower the right knee all the way down. Untuck the toes. Lower the hands to frame the foot and find that half splits or walk the left heel forward more into full splits. Drawing the toes back towards the nose, maybe starting to bend at the elbows. Lower that left foot down, slide it back till it's under the knee, curl the right toes, lift the right leg up. Inhale, straighten the legs, shift the hips back. Exhale here. Inhale, bend the left knee, shine the heart forward, roll the shoulders back. Exhale, lift the hips, maybe legs straighten, maybe forehead comes to touch the knee. See how long you can make this inhale as you bend the knee more and shine the heart forward more. Exhale, lift the hips, straighten the legs. One more time, bend into that knee. Inhale, shine it forward. Exhale, lift up. Step the right foot in closer like pyramid pose. Pressing down into the feet to level the hips. Tuck the chin to the chest and try to touch the forehead to that leg. You can use your hands here, pressing them into the ground to help you lift that left hip up and back more. Soften the shoulders out of the ears. Find that little pause between each breath. Step the right foot forward to meet the left. Bend the knees, sweep your arms back. Find that chair pose. Sink into the heels a little more. Bring your hands to your heart. Turn and twist to the left. Keep your knees in line by keeping your hips in line. See if you can get the thumbs to touch the center of the chest and really twist your spine open. Open the arms up now and keep rolling that left shoulder back. Slide the fingers under the left foot, slowly come to standing, kick out through that heel. Press down into the right foot, gaze back at the left hand and kick. Keep your knee lifted, bring your hands to your heart. Tip forward, shoot that leg back long, flex the foot, point the toes down and slightly in. Step back, crescent lunge, bend the right knee, lift the heart. Draw the elbows towards each other behind you. Exhale, chaturanga, cartwheel hands to mat. Meeting back in downward facing dog. Inhale through the nose, come up high on the toes. Open mouth, exhale, sink into your heels. Inhale, lift the right leg up high. Exhale, bring your right knee towards your right wrist for half pigeon pose. Walk the left toes back a little more. Try to level the hips. Lengthen this. Walk your hands back by your hips and puff up the chest a little bit like a pigeon. Keep this length in your spine as you walk the hands forward. See if you can bring the forehead down to the ground. If not, stack the arms or even the fists if you need more height. But get the center of the forehead resting on something here. Come back to that 4 equal parts breath. Maybe it feels good to lift those wrists up, coming up on tented fingertips here. Or maybe it feels good to thread the needle here, reaching the left arm straight out to the right, bringing the left ear to the ground and reaching the right hand forward. Slowly come back up onto the hands. Roll over onto the right hip. Bring the left foot up and around flat on the ground outside that knee for a spinal twist. See if you can get your left sit bone down on the ground. We're going to turn and twist to the left, planting the left fingertips at the base of the spine. Reach the right hand up. Hook the right elbow outside the knee for leverage and twist your spine open. Gaze over the left shoulder. See if you can draw the left shoulder back a little more. Inhale, lengthen up through the spine and the back of the neck. Exhale, soften through your face and your shoulders. Turns to the right, gazing over the right shoulder now. Maybe past the right shoulder and down a little bit. Deepen your twist a little bit by pressing the elbow into the knee one more time. And then really slowly unwind through center. Find a little counter twist on the right. And slowly come back up. And now we're going to try to stack the knees. You might need to kind of roll forward a little bit. We're trying to get the knees to touch here. You can keep a hold of the feet here, or you can start to walk the hands forward and start to lean forward a little bit, letting your head become heavy. Come back to that 4 equal parts breath here and see what you can let go of on the exhale. gonna slowly unwind. We'll come to the hands and the knees, and we'll make big, slow circles with the hips. We'll switch directions. Slowly come back to stillness in the center. Curl your toes, lift your hips, downward facing dog. Inhale through the nose, high on the toes. Open mouth, exhale, sink in. Inhale, left foot reaches high. Exhale, left knee, left wrist, half pigeon, other side. Walk the right toes back a little more. Walk your hands back with your hips and lift through the chest. Walk your hands forward. Come down to your forehead is resting on something here and settle in. Find your breath. Maybe those wrists lift up, coming up onto the fingertips. Or maybe you thread that right arm through now, walking the left hand forward, bringing the right ear to the mat. Slowly come back up onto the hands, roll to the outside edge of the left hip, walk the right foot up and around flat on the ground outside that knee, and try to get the right sit bone down. Turn to the right, plant the right fingertips to lengthen the spine, reach the left hand up, put the elbow outside the knee, and twist your spine open. Draw the right shoulder back more, gaze out over it. Inhale to lengthen, exhale to soften. Keep your twist, but slowly just your head turns to gaze over the left shoulder. Gaze down the left shoulder, past it a little bit, deep in the twist. Slowly unwind through center, find that counter twist on the left. Slowly come back up and try to stack the knees here. Trying to get the sit bones down, grabbing the outside edge of the feet, or start to walk your hands forward. Find that 4 equal parts breath. And see what you can let go of here. Slowly unwind your legs, come to hands and knees and find those big slow circles with the hips. And switch directions. Slowly come back to stillness in the center and roll up onto the knees. We're going to press the hips forward and set up like camel, and then we're going to reach the right hand back for the right heel and reach the left hand up high. Keep pressing the hips forward and lifting through the heart. Slowly come back up and switch. Press the hips forward first. Reach that left heel back and the right hand up. Keep the heart lifting. Inhale, slowly come up. Bring your knees together. Bring your heels together and sit back on your heels. Now grab your heels with the full palm grip with your thumb on the outside. Lean back just a little bit. Tuck your chin to your chest and try to roll into a tight little ball. Maybe you can get your forehead to touch your knees and the top of your head to touch the mat right in front of your knees. Roll forward onto the top of your head. Pull on the heels and lift the hips. Breathe into that space behind the heart and fill it all the way up. Slowly roll it up. Now sit onto your left hip and straighten your legs out in front. Bring your feet flat on the ground, actually. Reach your hands forward. Slowly roll back onto your back and hug your knees into your chest. And move however it feels good. Maybe rocking side to side across the spine. Maybe finding a happy baby. Hug your knees into your chest. What? Let your right leg go long on the mat. Interlace your fingers around the left knee and hug it in tight. Lengthen out from right heel to your crown. Hug your elbows in against your body. Squeeze the knee a little tighter, in towards the armpit. Right arm comes out to the side like a cactus. Left hand guides that left knee open. Or you can hook the peace sign fingers around that big toe and straighten that leg out wide to the side. Keep your right leg engaged. Keep looking straight up at the ceiling. And then find that half happy baby. Bring that knee through center, hand it off to the right hand for that spinal twist. Reach the left arm straight out to the side, let the gaze follow. Relax your shoulders. Find that 4 equal parts breath. Slowly come back to center, hug your knees into your chest. Hug your forehead in to touch your knees, squeeze everything in tight. Lower your head back down, let your left leg go long. Interlace the fingers around the right knee, hug it into the right armpit. Kick out through the left heel, keep the back of the neck long. Hug the body with the elbows and squeeze that knee in. Left arm comes out like cactus, right hand guides the right knee open, or peace sign fingers around the big toe, straighten that leg out wide to the side. Try to keep the left hip grounded. Keeping that left leg engaged will help there. And then find that half happy baby, grabbing the outside edge of that foot. Bring the knee through center, hand it off, find that spinal twist. Right arm reaches straight out to the side, gaze follows. Slowly come back to center and hug your knees into your chest one last time. If there's any one last pose your body's craving, feel free to take it now. Maybe finding a plow pose. Hey, don't scoot your butt on the mat, Grody. Get out of here. What's wrong with you? Yeah, maybe going upside down or finding a shoulder stand. See if you can stay with your breath for this last part of class. And whenever you're finished here, we'll make our way into Shavasana, letting our legs go long on the mat. Spread your feet as wide as your mat and let your toes fall open. Bring one hand to your heart and one hand to your belly. See if you can tap back into that heart space. Now we're going to breathe together, and we're going to breathe so slow that we can't even tell that the breath is coming through the nose and down the throat. We're going to imagine the breath coming through the skin, through every pore in your body, from your toes to your crown, making it last as long as you possibly can, filling up and then finding a little more space to bring a little more air into and then holding at the top. Same thing on the exhale. Let it out so slow. Imagine it's permeating out through the membrane of your skin. See how long you can make it last, and then hold. On the inhale, imagine oxygenating all the cells in your body, making them all come to life. And imagine on the exhale now, being able to let go a little bit deeper, being able to access a little more, relaxing every muscle, every bone, every piece of connective tissue. Now see if on the next inhale and exhale, you can find that release, softening through the jaw, that space behind the eyes. Now, before you invite a deeper breath back into the body, invite that joy of being to come back with it. See if you can bring that joy down into your heart space and fill your body with this prana, this life force. And as you start to wiggle your fingers and your toes, just notice the sensation through your body of being alive, the sensation of having a body. And see if you can equate that with that joy of being. Sometimes having a body and being in this world feels really heavy. But see if you can just feel a lightness. We only get to be here for a short amount of time. See if you can commit to feeling this joy of being a little bit more. And instead of looking at this as the end of your practice, look at this as just the beginning. This was just to set the stage for your evening. Now the real practice is seeing how long you can stay in this space and stay with your breath. When you're ready, go ahead and roll onto your right side. So I just want to remind you as you start to come back up to a seat, to allow yourself to feel whatever you're feeling right now in these times. And don't let anybody make you think that if you're not outraged or if you're not taking action, that you're part of the problem. Because all change starts with finding inner peace. And a lot of people think they can just go out and do things and that they're being helpful. But the truth is, most of the time they're creating more chaos if they're not finding peace within. And I believe that it is more important to find our inner peace than it is to outwardly try to save the world. So if in all of this, if you want to go be active, that's great. But if you want to sit and find peace, don't feel guilty about it. Don't feel guilty that you're privileged enough to be able to sit and find quiet time. All right, the world needs light warriors. We need your light. And if that's how you help, is by raising the vibration and being the change you want to see in the world, don't let anybody discount that, okay? Bring your hands to your heart and tap back into that heart space. Let your head bow to the wisdom of the heart and maybe commit to staying in this heart space and looking at the world through this softened lens of the heart. Bring the thumbs to that space above the eyebrows and take a moment to thank yourself for showing up today. May all beings everywhere be free from pain and suffering. May our thoughts and actions in some way contribute to that. Namaste.
Oh, thanks.